It's very hot in here, so yes, I am shirtless. You're gonna have to deal with it. No matter what you do in life, people will always judge you, good or bad. And something that's holding a lot of people back from taking the leap into the unknown is the fear of what other people think. They fear people judging them for moving cities. They fear people judging them for starting their own business. They fear people judging them for creating content online. And it's hard to not care about other people's opinions. Trust me, I know. I get a lot of shit for doing this content creation and not choosing the 9-to-5 lifestyle. But I've learned to not care about other people's opinion. So how did I do it, and what can you do to not care about other people's opinion too? Now, for reference, my name is Zane. I help creators and coaches build out the personal brands and monetize their audiences through funnels. Now, for you guys, there's a link in the description to my email newsletter where I talk about marketing, personal branding, copywriting, anything to help you get started with your own personal brand. So, I live in the UK at the moment, specifically London, and with the English culture, everyone's very much a crab in a bucket. No one really likes to see anyone do better than each other, right? And when you start to do your own thing, you start to step outside of the bubble and pursue your own dreams, people will always pull you back down into the bucket. It's sort of like a culture here. I don't know why. I think it's very toxic. But many of you guys may be in a certain or same situation at the moment. And so one of the hardest things to learn, especially in life, is the ability to not give a fuck about other people's opinion. Now, why is this so hard to learn? The reason it's hard to learn is because we've been programmed since we're young, especially in school, to worry about the opinions of our teachers, our elders, our parents. And so this in return makes us a worry about other people's opinions, especially our peers, our friends, our families. And so whenever we do anything, we're always conscious about what the other person thinks. We're worried about the other person's opinions. And this worry stops many of us from achieving great and extraordinary things in our lives. Now, some comments you may hear when you start to do your own thing is, oh, he's so arrogant, what is he doing? Oh, he's just a wannabe YouTuber, he's just a wannabe entrepreneur, he's just a wannabe something. Why does he think he's Brad Pitt trying to do all these content creation? Lol, he thinks he's going to be big in the future, right? It's these type of comments that really kind of get into your mind, and it's something you'll hear along those lines, especially when you're trying to get after your dreams and your goals. And these comments can come from people very, very close to you. And trust me, it hurts. I know, it hurts. But in order to achieve massive success in this world, you need to learn to not give a fuck about any of these comments. Do you think J. Cole worried about what Jimmy thought in high school? Do you think Kanye West worried about what his family thought when he was trying to achieve his own goals? No. The reason they're able to achieve such great success is because they were worried about the opinion of themselves, only themselves, and no one else. Now, it's all good me saying, oh, do not worry about other people's opinions. It's easy for me to say it, but how do you actually do it? And how do you learn that ability to not give a fuck? Now, the way I've learned it could be different to someone else, but I'll tell you how I learned not to give a fuck about other people's opinions. And specifically in my story is when you hit rock bottom. I think when everyone hits rock bottom in their lives, they just stop giving a fuck about everyone else's opinion and they only worry about themselves. When you hit rock bottom, you then put yourself first amongst everyone else. It's kind of a selfish mindset, but I think this is what it takes to get you out of that rock bottom situation, is by putting yourself first and just doing your own shit. So you need to hit rock bottom. You need to feel like the world's just falling apart. And the only person that's going to save you is you. But what happens is in this process, you start to learn, one, about yourself, because you're constantly by yourself all the time trying to think. And two, you learn about your own beliefs. You learn about your own values. And when you go through this process of hitting rock bottom, that's when you understand the most about yourself. And you start to understand that the opinions of other people is not going to get you out of that certain situation. And the only person that can get you out of hitting rock bottom is you. Now, I'm sure there's more psychological things that goes on when you hit rock bottom, something that happens psychologically to you when you start to not give a fuck. I don't know about the whole science and all that, but this is just through my life experience and what I can tell you and how I learned to not give a fuck about anyone else's opinion, especially my friends, my family, anyone. And in the process of starting to not care about other people's opinions, you start to do your own stuff. You start to understand what you want in life and you start to achieve it. For example, I'm starting to create content online. I'm producing way often than I usually do. and I'm loving it personally. And the reason that I'm loving it is because I feel free, right? I don't have the fear of judgment of other people. Whenever I go in public, I don't have the fear of the judgment of other people. No matter what I wear, what I dress, what I do, how I hold myself, I'm just me. When you're comfortable in your own skin, it is so powerful. And I believe that's what true confidence is. It's just the ability to not care and just feel comfortable in your own skin. So just to conclude, if you want to achieve massive success in this world, you should only care about what you think and you yourself alone. Don't worry about other people's opinions. I know it's hard. You're gonna get comments, you're gonna get slandered. That's just part of the process, right? It will toughen you up mentally, and when you can withstand that, you can then withstand much more in life. Remember, hate always comes from below, never from the top. So if you're getting those comments, they're basically the crab at the bottom of the bucket trying to pull you down, okay? So only focus on you and you yourself alone. Especially if you're young and you're watching this, I understand it's hard, especially in high school. It took me a couple years after high school to even learn this mentality and have this mindset, right? So everyone learns at their own pace, but at some point, you'll get there, you'll not care about anyone's opinions, and big things will come to you. All right? So I hope this helps. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.